Morning everyone. Today we will learn about how to take care of your bougainvillea plant. So these are some of my bougainvillea plants. These are the variegated ones and this is my hybrid bougainvillea. Bougainvillea is a hardy tropical vine that grows in areas where winter temperature remain above -1 degree Celsius. The plant usually produces 3 rounds of vibrant blooms in spring, summer and autumn. If you don't have growing space or live in a suitable climate, you can plant bougainvillea in a pot. Bougainvillea performs well in a relatively small container where its roots are slightly restricted. When the plant is large enough for repotting, move it to a container only one size larger. Place or plant them in an area with at least 5 to 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. A sunny porch or south-facing window might be the ideal location. If grown indoors in shade or partial shade, you will have nice vegetative growth but little or no bloom. If possible, keep your bougainvillea outdoor and keep in mind that southern exposure is ideal. If you are planting the bougainvillea in a container, make sure to choose one with plenty of drainage holes, since bougainvillea hate to have wet feet. Bougainvillea has an extremely fine root system and should be planted in well-drained soil. Avoid soil mixes with high peat level and water retention, as it will cause root rot. So make sure the soil drains quite well. They need rich soil that is slightly acidic with pH between 5.5 and 6. Add sulfur, coffee or white vinegar to make the soil acidic, and add limestone to increase the pH. Bougainvillea is a heavy feeder and requires regular fertilization to produce blooms throughout the growing season. Feed the plant with fertilizer after every 20 to 30 days to keep the flowers blooming. Organic or slow release fertilizer work best for bougainvilleas. You can also use NPK fertilizers with different ratios. So this is an organic fertilizer. You can add organic fertilizer in the soil after every 20 to 30 days. Water immediately after adding fertilizer in the soil. Bougainvillea plants weaken with too much watering, ending up with all leaf growth in place of flowers. Allow the soil to dry out between watering, providing water only when the top layer of soil feels dry to touch. Water enough to keep the soil damp, but not so much that you leave the plant waterlogged. Bougainvillea plants are prolific growers and need good pruning to force blooming and to retain a pretty shape. After the bougainvillea has finished blooming for the season, cut it back by a few inches. This will promote healthy growth and flowering. If you live in a climate that gets cold in the winter and you planted your bougainvillea in a pot, bring it inside for the winter. If you leave it outside, it will not survive the harsh weather. Follow these simple tips and your plant will flower heavily throughout the year. That's all for now guys. Urban Gardener signing off. Take care. Happy gardening.